Now we're here in the Detroit Pistons area. It's looking amazing. But first of all, let's talk about your career after the basketball. Because I know that a lot of people struggle after the basketball career. They finish, they don't know what to do. They trying to find themselves, you know. Mm-hmm. What was in your mind?
What was in my mind, first off, was like, what am I going to do with my life? Like, I'm 35 years old. I'm not 60. What am I going to do as far as like every day? You know, when we're basketball players, we have a regimen. Even in the summer, we wake up, we work out, we lift. We do work out in the afternoon, spend time with our, wife, girlfriend. Same thing every day, right? Like that routine. I didn't know what I would do with that routine. I was like, for the first probably month, I was a little just trying to kind of understand how my career ended and what was next. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I had no idea. I just knew I have my girlfriend here. I have my daughter in Michigan. I live in Atlanta. First thing I need to do is try to probably move to Michigan, right?
Yep.
Like, first thing I need to do is probably be with my family. Second thing is like, just be more in her life. At that time, my daughter and girlfriend had been with me how many months overseas? A month here, then back here. A month there, then back in the States. So it was just like life, normal life was going to be difficult. Not just what am I going to do with my career, but like, I had never lived with my girlfriend every day for the next month or next year, see my daughter every day, take her to school. Those simple things were like, this is going to be different. I'm just a regular person. And then for me is I played basketball overseas. I'm just nobody here. So I'm like, hey, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I love basketball. So the first thing I thought, like, just train some kids. It'll be something to do while she's at school. I can get a few young players, work with them. And I just was fortunate. I was hanging out in the north side of Michigan. It's called the Novi area. It's called Novi. And a coach, and he had his two sons, and he was like, hey, man, would love to get you in. And this was just randomly meeting. Mm-hmm. I was hanging out, randomly meeting. Now, this is the funny thing. A high school coach asked me, do you know how to run a three-man weave, or do I need to teach you? He had no idea
who you are, huh?
Yeah, no idea. So imagine walking into a gym, you're with all these high school kids, and a coach says, do you need me to teach you the three-man weave before we get started? Because I want you to make sure they touch the lines. I was like, yeah, I got you, no problem.
В декабре мои друзья и партнеры из команды «Фон» организовали мне крутую поездку в Штаты, где основной целью была запись интервью Егора Холдена. 4 часа подкаста. Это уникальный проект. Первая часть уже есть на канале Фона. Ну а после того, как посмотришь выпуск, обязательно подпишись на телеграм-канал Фона, где будет уникальный розыгрыш баскетбольного мяча с автографом Егора. Подписывайся, лайк, погнали! Your experience during your career, you had multiple coaches. Mm-hmm. Do you use some drills from them, or you just like do your own stuff?
Well, I think in life, you always take from everybody, right? So I think I took a little bit from my coach in Belgium, a little bit from my coach in Latvia, a little bit from my coaches in Russia. And I think you try to mix them and match them, because I was never the head coach. I always just give a coach a suggestion. Hey, maybe we should do this. This is a little different. Mm-hmm. And for them, they're thinking like, what is this? Like, what type of drill is this? You got to think, our coaches were always creative and team. So you got to think, when I'm telling them something, they're like, where did you learn this? Where did you play back? So now they're thinking like, what is this, online, Googling drills, right? So,
but why you don't say, I was pro player?
Well, because this is the thing, right? I always wanted everything to be genuine and authentic. Don't all of a sudden be cool with me now because you knew I was a pro player. Just be good with me because I'm a good person. Hey, man, JR is a good person. But if I come in and say, man, you know who I am? Are you serious? You need to, I'm not going to do that.
Wow. Wait, that's so dope, Jay. So you don't use your experience. You can say,
never.
You say, just Google me. Just go Google me.
I could do that, but usually.
Yeah. I mean, that's super interesting.
Yeah.
Because for them, you are nobody, mm-hmm. and you decide that you're gonna prove that because of your work, not because who you are before.
Exactly.
It's kind of challenge for you too.
Yeah, for sure.
But they like the drills what you give them?
They do, because everything for them is different. Like, when you teach them something, the fact that you can teach it and then you're actually giving them the energy. Kids feed off, and I won't say kids, young people feed off of your energy. If you're positive and you're like, you can do this or you can do that, like they'll pick it up. So I realized early on, like, man, I think I could coach, but I knew my passion wasn't coaching. I did it for a year and I said, oh yeah, I can't coach.
So it's not you.
It wasn't me. Like, I think I could do it, but it wasn't me. And this is why, like, I did AAU for a summer. I got 4 technicals and got kicked out of the game as a coach.
Wow, so you crazy, huh?
Well, no, I'm not crazy. Look, this is the thing, right? In basketball, because I played, I'm very like with the referees. The team I was coaching wasn't very good. That's why I was there. It's in the suburbs. It wasn't really kids that could really play. Most of these kids were going to school to get an education, and then they were going to go to these good colleges to be good students, not to be basketball players.
Okay.
But the parent, the dad, was like, hey, my son wants to go Division I. His son is playing overseas right now. But at that time, he was 13 years old. He's like, man, I got a younger son that's got a really good team. So he wanted to coach the really good team. He asked me to coach the team that wasn't as good. No problem. So the referees, a lot of times, you don't have to kick a bad team when they're down. Our team wasn't very good. So I'm big on like call the fouls fair, make it. So you know me, and I'm not a screamer. So if the referee, I mean, I don't know if we can curse on this podcast. I'd be like, man, quit cheating the fucking kids. That's a bad call. The motherfucker just got hit 3 times. Like, I ain't saying it was like, but you just didn't call the shit the other time. Like, call it fair. I'm that type of dude. I'm not like, hey, what you? I'm like, ref, just quit cheating the fucking kids, man. They 13 years old. Call the foul. like that's how I am. I'm not a yeller, but that's how. And I'm big on encouraging my team. I'll never talk about the other team. I don't say, oh, he can't shoot. I'm more like, hey, just back up. I understand kids are still young and developing, and I want to teach them the right way. So I'm not out there, he can't shoot, let him. No, I'm the type like, back up, give him space, contest, that type of thing, because they're still young. And I think a lot of times because of so much money involved, parents, they just want their kids to be good and they're chasing the money. So you got to think, some of these parents are telling me like, why isn't my son doing this? I'm like, well, have you been to one practice? Do you really know how good your son is? He can't play. I'm playing him because we know we're going to lose, and I want everybody to grow in this experience.
To be happy and love the basketball.
And to love basketball. And I think sometimes that's what's taken away. So when I first got done, that's what I did. I was doing it for free. I wasn't getting paid, but it was like, take my daughter to school. I got 6-7 hours. What am I going to do?
Yeah, lay down or do something good.
Yep, and that's what I did.
So you try, huh?
Yeah, I did.
But that's also the interesting point, because I'm also involved and working with the kids. And first of all, first big mistake, the parents think that all the kids should be the Michael Jordans. Yes. Impossible. First of all, when the kid are 13, 14 years, he should just play the game. That's the first part. You don't think that he gonna be a superstar or not. Nobody knows.
Yep.
And I always fight with my father, because he say to 14 years kids, this he never play. This gonna be superstar.
Right.
You don't know, because 14 to 18, 21, everything can change.
Agreed.
Yeah, but you can change the attitude. They have to love the game. You just let them play. And now in Russia, it's all the time pressure. I also understand coaches. Pressure on them, they should win the trophy. Because, like, for example, junior CSK, kids CSK team, they should win the trophy. Right. They haven't got time to, think about love the game. They just want to be first. So the bosses say, okay, you do your job. They pay you more money and everything, but the system not working good. Right. Because some kids, they don't play at all because the result and everything.
Well, see, that's why most parents don't understand this. It's less even about the games for me, right? Like, I'm big on practice, but you're also the parent that only wants practice to be for 2 hours every day. So I'm like, hey, how about we practice every day? Well, we only want to practice 3 days a week. Well, that's why your kid's not going to be a professional.
Exactly.
I wanted to do it every day because he's not going to play in the game. Because if you're forcing me to win the game and I can't play your kid and now they're not developing, now you're upset with me.
Yeah.
So how do we get both? And I'm big on like, we can develop and win. And I've always said, we can develop winners, but just because I'm developing a winner doesn't mean we're going to win your way. We just mean we're going to win. So if I develop you, you might be a really good role player. You might have to be on the bench and be a cheerleader this year. Are you still cool with developing and winning?
Yeah.
And if that's a no, then I'm not for you.
Yeah. Right things, huh? And it's easy. You make the decision. What you want?
What do you want?
Okay. So You try the coach, and then
So
I hear that you decide that you want to study the scouting job. Then you find Anthony Parker and ask him
Yes.
to teach you how to make scouting and everything. Why you pick scouting? Like why?
I didn't really pick scouting. He was in the NBA. It's just like you reaching out to one of your ex-teammates, right? Like I just was reaching out and he's like, oh, I'm working in the NBA, I'm scouting. I'm like, hey man, I'm not doing anything. Let me just come check you out and see what you're doing. I didn't really go down there thinking I would get a job. I was going down there like, let me see if this is something I want to do. But I also knew that maybe high school coaching is what I also wanted to do. I'm not going to lie to you. I applied for a high school job. Actually went and interviewed. I'm talking about put on a suit, went in and talked to the superintendent, the principal, and all. The lady was like, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Like how you put this packet together, all this stuff. They never called me back after the interview.
But imagine we talk about everything the God plans. If they call you,
I may not be here today because I would have been a high school basketball coach. It was during the same time when I went down on Anthony Parker. If they would have called, I would have never went to Orlando. They were said, oh, call me in 2 weeks. And I'm like, it was like 10 days. So I was like, oh, I'll go to Orlando and hang out with Anthony and kind of learn how to scout. They didn't call. I go down there, boom, I get a job. Literally while I'm down there with him, I get like, hey, you can intern with the Detroit Pistons. They just hired a new assistant GM, Brian Wright, and he kind of just put me on right there because he worked with AP.
yeah. So you studied the scouting job. You feel that it's yours?
You know what? I enjoy basketball. And I think,
Just enjoy to watch.
yes, we would be at home watching basketball. I go home and sometimes I don't have to scout. I would just turn on the TV and watch college basketball. I think now it just gives me more fulfillment that I get a chance to kind of be a part of an organization that is trying to look for whether it's young talent or put a team together to be the best team possible. And I think that's the fun part of the job of like, we're still betting on 18-year-old kids. Like, we don't know, you just said it. When we draft a kid at 18, we don't know if he's gonna be a star or not. We think he's gonna be this great player, but do we know? No, none of us
Nobody
know.
knows. I got one super interesting question. Now you got experience of the scouting. If you write scouting report or about J.R. Holden, what you write there?
It depends on when you were talking about. Me in Russia, me in
No,
Belgium,
you in Russia.
Me in Russia. I think, honestly, I would have been hard to scout because I think, for me, I think I am a team player. And depending on the game, I think I did different things in different games. I think I always played defense, but I would arguably say, like, hey, if you want to try to get him in foul trouble, be aggressive early. Like, I feel like I believe in defense sets the tone of aggressiveness. So if you're aggressive with me, then maybe you set the tone, I get in foul trouble, so I can't be as aggressive, right? So to me, I would probably say, attack them early, be aggressive. The second thing I would have probably said is like everybody did do, go up under pick and rolls, make them a shooter first. That's fine, but like, that's what everybody done. So I really didn't, that really wouldn't be like a game plan. I would just probably force me to my right, which I'm right-handed, but I probably like going left better. So I'd have probably said force him to his right hand, make him take mid-range pull-ups, probably what I've been saying. And like, hey, like everybody says, don't let him get into a one-on-one battle as far as like play one-on-one, because if he gets going, I can usually get going.
Yeah, he can score a lot of points.
Yeah, if you let him get going. So that would have probably been my report.
Hey, it's super. Imagine. So listen, my job here in the States also to make the interview with the Dёmina, and I know that he's like the big Russian prospect right now. Do you follow like his career, because you know that I don't know you follow or not. His career was kind of risky because he was already in Madrid system, in Real Madrid system. Everybody say that he is in a good system, making everything good. Then he decided that he go to college for 1 year, and then he go, and he's in the league, and now everybody in Russia talk about him.
Yeah.
Like when you start follow his career, or you didn't follow?
Right. Like I can't speak on him specifically because I work with Detroit, but what I will say is I followed him at Real Madrid. As far as like, I think everybody's development and path is different. his path was this way, and it may have, like you said, may have been risky, but I think people knew early that he was going to be a good player and had a certain level of potential. And probably during that time at Real Madrid, him and Hugo Gonzalez, right, were the two guys that everybody was talking about. So I think most people knew he was an NBA prospect, just what level, I think. And I think now he's proven that he's an NBA.
No, but that's what we talk about. Now, even now, it's questionable because he's young and nobody knows about anybody. Cooper Flack, nobody knows how high he can go. We got in NBA so many experience than the first draft pick. After 2-3 years, he's out of the list. Nobody talk about him because it's lottery and everything. Tell us something about your strategy, because, for example, in my mind, I talked to North Carolina. They scout kids for 2029 season. So it's like what, 4-5 years gap.
Yes.
On the future.
Yep.
How your system is working? Is the same?
Very, very similar. We scout, of course. Our most important is this draft coming up, right? Like the 2026 draft is our biggest focus. But we, of course, know the draft prospects all the way out to probably 2030, right? If you're in the 9th grade or a freshman in high school, we probably follow you and track your ranking from 9th grade in high school, freshman year, all the way up through. But now it's kind of interesting because some kids reclassify, they classify up. Some kids go back. So it's just all interesting on how the dynamic is, and you have to know it all. But for us, it's like we can only control what we can control, and that's scouting the talent and seeing if they fit our organization, fit our culture, and what we're trying to build here in Detroit.
But you're not able to talk with them earlier? For example, I just want to know how the system is working. So, for example, you like some kids, wherever, they're in college, they're in Europe. Yeah. Can you talk to them, or
no? It's a draft process.
Okay,
right?
so only in a draft classes.
Yeah, because the draft process. So there's Portsmouth Invitational, there's the Chicago Combine every year. That's when you get to set up interviews with the players and you get to talk to them, and they get to talk to management. And you get a feel for the kid, but you just can't go up to a kid and you're like, hey man, we love you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can't.
And it is other question, because of the situation in the world, like you don't got like, how to say, scout too much what's going on in Russia, or are you still following the situation? We
follow everything. So we have European scouts. We have guys that live in Europe that scout for the Pistons. So they go to games and they keep us up to date with, hey, this guy is someone that's rising. Hey, he's playing really well for Unix. He only has 1 year left on his contract. He may be thinking to come to the States. You know what I mean? All those things, all that
This
matters.
my job gonna be in the future.
This guy right here always liked to shoot anyway. So he was a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward. I don't even know if he knew what position he was. So this is what we'll do. You make 5 in a row, and then I'll tell you what position you should have been. 5 in a row, free throws.
I have to make?
Yes.
After 5 hours of interview?
After 5 hours of video, this young
man. Can I try out one time?
No. When you come off the bench, you know you don't get. When you came off the bench against Spain, did you get practice, or did you just come in and make shots?
Wait, I got 5 shots.
Did you get practice?
I have to score 3.
You got to score 5. We're about perfection.
Even
this coach just told me.
Even Joe Dumars didn't score 5 on 5.
All I'm saying, I think you're talented enough to make 5 in a row.
Point.
He want me to shoot the free throws, 5 on 5.
I think he should be able to make 5 in a row.
First try.
You're that good.
But the point is that is my vlog. So even if I miss, I cut it and I'm gonna make 5 on 5.
It's okay. They're gonna hear me saying that you didn't go 5 for 5. So whether it's your vlog or not, see, that's 1 for 1. But see, now there's pressure on him, right?
You don't rebound the ball. Jay, leave the ball.
He just told him.
Yeah.
He has pressure now.
That's how you do it. You talk, you say everything, huh?
We call it timeout.
But we trust routine or no?
I don't. It's your routine. I trust you. I can't tell you about your routine.
Did you trust your routine?
See, that's 2 for 2. That's 2 for 2.
Did you trust your routine, Jay?
I trust my routine, and I never shot 5 for 5. Oh, he's 3 for 3. Now listen, A-ball, the ball don't lie. You know he ain't never shot 5 for 5. Don't let him come to America and go 5 for 5. Here we go. We're going 3 for 3.
Jay, that's what I'm saying. I say that my best result is 3-3, man.
See, you nervous.
Yeah, very
you
much.
nervous. Hey,
very much.
You gotta
but
have
if
confidence.
I got your Rolex on my hand, I'm not nervous.
You should be confident. On net. Now listen. Step off the line, bro. This is the last one.
Yeah, I'm there.
Step off. Come on, man.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow, that's how you.
This is for the money. This is for 5 million likes. I just feel it. If you go 5 for 5, you it's about to blow up. We coming for y'all. 5 for 5. We about to be the best. We about to be the best
Jay,
show ever done.
Imagine this. I say on the line. I say this is my routine. You move me.
Best show ever done.
You want me
Best
dribble?
show.
I let you pick a routine. You want me dribble or?
No, you do whatever you want.
Hey,
see, I can tell you too confident now. Watch you miss this.
No, but my hands are sweating, man.
See, he gonna miss this now. 5 for 5 for 5 million likes.
Hey, the mathematics is easy. 5 for 5 million likes. Oh, that's a wow, J.R. Holden.
I'm on your side. He left it short. He gonna leave it short. I'm telling you right now.
You're on my side, J.R. Holden. You're on my side.
All I can say is, that's what happens when you get older. You become better.
No, my balls are too big. Hey, J.R.
Always.
I appreciate it, man. It was such a nice. Even without camera, I love you so much.
Hey, man, you know it's love, always.
He tried to put pressure on me, but 5-5, man.
5 for 5. He came up big when it mattered most. To his family, thank you for allowing him to come see me. It was big time. To the Russian fans, 5 for 5. So you know what time it is. We're excited. Next episode coming soon. My guy.
Jay, you was super fun. Hey, I'm fucking nice, man.
Hey, you nice. I'm gonna give you your props. You nice.
Hey, you put pressure. I score 5-5. No dribbles.
You nice. I'm giving you your props.